Hello, I am Grubfist, and there were two things I needed to bring up before we start. One, last last episode, I had technical difficulties. I have solved those technical difficulties. I've done little tests. I ran around in the spots where I was stuttering like hell. I downloaded a driver update for my graphics card. There was a patch, but I fixed it before that patch even happened. And it all came down to my ancient enemy through multiple games, um, ray tracing, which has caused horrific stuttering in a number of games for me. So I turned that off, and it still stutters a very little bit, but like we're talking the amount of stutter I was seeing way off in the wilderness, like when I'm in the like city bit, like the tiniest little whoop whoop every now and again. Not the horrific stuttering I had last time. Secondly, Kai, Fantasy Garrus Vicarian, he has a move called Fire and Ire that I read as Fire and Ice. So just because I know that's going to bother a lot of people, I read it wrong. I understand now. It's good. Anyways, time to continue. Let me turn the music back on because we like music. We just don't like it when I'm trying to talk at the very beginning. So, let's make sure I'm loaded. Okay, I didn't do some autosave when I ran around to check the stutter. Spiders in Aora grow to enormous size. Many species. Okay. I don't like that there are many species of spider. And I didn't get to read the rest of that because we loaded pretty fast. But anyways, check out this, like, really low amount of stuttering. In fact, none so far, but there will probably be some as I get over to the buildings just a little bit because that kept happening. And we also learned last time that I can remove the 5 and 6 off my bar there and replace them with other cool things like that staff spell I won. Or whatever, when I get that. Yeah, see, the game was, like, unable to work at all over here last episode. And now look at this. Like, maybe when I'm turning and spinning around, it's a little weird. Honestly, it hasn't been yet. Oh, right. If I dodge, pull out our weapon. But anyways, we need to go this way now. Into the real city, not, whatever the fuck this is, Claviger's Landing, the like decrepit poor people place where they make me land. Why am I at the why? I'm a cool and important person. Hello. See, we're still stuttering a little as we approach this city, but
if it isn't the new arrival, so eager to make a name for himself.
Yeah, it's because I'm cool and important. I don't need to make a name for myself. I'm already cool and important. Who are you?
I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Are we gonna fight?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you.
I look very cool.
For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards.
You're covered in dirt.
A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
That's a fair concern with the mushroom on my face. They have... Okay, so... This person has come up and has immediately threatened me, and I don't like that, and I want to do the crack your knuckles. But... Pod seems like a cool person. So, let's try and be civil. Because I don't think Pod understands what is even happening entirely. So you decided to check on me. How thoughtful.
Huh, that's right. Think of us as the Paradise Welcoming Committee. And you're not welcome.
I will be soon, one way or another.
That's not nice.
You could have come up with a better one-liner than that guy.
My town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
It feels pretty personal.
Oh, poor thing. Did I hurt your feelings? Because that's a good start.
That's not that's not relevant at
Let's
all to
make it
stopping
quick.
a disease.
You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Pod, run away!
Take your best shot.
Oh, my fire turned invisible. I wonder if that's because we're on a bridge or something. I wonder if it's appearing below me. Pod, no!
Just like the good old days.
I should probably eat food. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, tab is the inventory. Okay, good. What was the... Whatever. Food. So last time we learned that the regen just kind of holds and like appears when you need it, and I like that. Well, at least Pod didn't turn to dust. Cryptic letter. You'll pay a handsome bounty for information on the Adiran ambassador, their daily schedule, their preferred wine. Nothing is beneath our interest. Everything has a price. Alright. I don't know what's going on here. I just arrived. But, what was their name? Steel Garot people, whatever, however you pronounce that. Someone Ludwin. Right? Ludwin, maybe. I bet it's related to them. I don't trust them. They sound like real jerks.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. Good day. Gods be with you, envoy.
You have very nice hair.
Good day.
How do you know I'm an envoy already? You're not very tall. What? Eye? Antlers? Yellow eye? I wonder what this is the flag of. I wonder if I would recognize this flag if I played the previous games. Did he grab all of these? Or just this one? Okay, you're pretty tall. That makes sense. Garrus was pretty tall too. Hello.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
I'm sorry, I got uncomfortable
Good
with
work
this there for a
out there,
second.
envoy. Only just arrived, and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Oh.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you.
I didn't think anything of it, but Kai thinks something of it. He's been here. What about Inquisitor Ludwin? She was looking for me.
Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason.
I see.
Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse.
Due north of the
Take care,
gatehouse.
envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm
Why are
in
you
good
calling
company
him
now.
Muttonhead?
Right.
What about his head makes you think mutton? I'm really confused. Just not even any effort into the insult. None. Captain Sinric. The Western Gatehouse is closed until further notice. No one comes or goes. Until your claviger returns, I expect the Paradise Militia to answer to the Steel Garrote. Before you object, remember that your city is leaderless and undefended, and without leadership, a militia is nothing but a mob. I expect your compliance or your resignation, Inquisitor Ludwin. Yep, they're not having anyone's shit. That's for sure. Smells very strongly of tyrant who thinks they're doing the right thing. We've seen a lot of those in games. Oh, we have got a cutscene. I was already walking in, and I was already gonna look around. Probably not this slowly, though. Hey! What the fuck? Why does everyone greet me this way? First cannons, now an arrow. Kai, help me. It was a gut shot. Anything can happen. Why am I here? Did I get murdered? A gut shot doesn't necessarily mean death, so I'm not sure. Are you my god? You look like you've got a mushroom vibe already from the silhouette.
It is you.
Hi.
You refused our help once. Now, you return to us in even greater.
I refused a deal. Am I dead? What's the fuck's going on? I'm so confused.
You accuse us when we only ever offered our aid.
You offered a deal, which is a lot
never
more
met
suspicious.
But now, you share our prison.
Okay.
An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins.
Oh, it was a poisoned arrow.
A
Okay.
festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
I mean, I guess it could be worse.
As many as the beetles and worms in the soil. But we do not want that. We could send you back. Just this once.
There has to be a catch, deal maker.
We are bound. We are leaf and root. We are stream and sea. Help us. We sense the rot and we fear it. We fear how it seeps into us, into our memories. You must find us, free us from our prison.
I don't know if that's wise. Who are you? What are you? I need details. Stop trying to get me into ominous deals. But I guess I don't have a choice, do I?
We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison.
Alright, I'm ready.
Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
Why'd you have to say that? Kai, what the fuck? Why didn't you help me? Oh. Okay, well you're at my bed. Or whatever. Hey! I'm up. What the fuck happened? Hello?
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands.
Who are you?
Liviana, the local Sawbones. I wish I could take credit for saving your life, but I believe I had very little to do with it.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel. But
we rolled it
I brought
backwards
you
a
here just
little.
in case. If anyone can work a miracle,
did bring me
it's
here.
Liviana,
Good, you helped.
Though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
Was the ambassador safe?
Oh, his guards bundled him away to his embassy before you hit the ground. He's safe there, probably cozied up with velvet slippers and a glass of something expensive.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
And then I came back. Let's not worry too much about it.
You say that like it's a good thing. But the mortal soul is not adept at coping with trauma.
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange?
I'm a whole bundle of strange.
Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
Yeah, let's just let him keep talking.
Anything
Sure.
he should avoid? Strenuous exercise, hard drink, strong sveff.
Look for patterns. If your friend has any troubling signs, be attentive to what triggers them. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul.
Alright, so let's see what's Svef, because he said drink, and then he said Svef, so it must be different. A stimulant that when smoked or chewed imbues the user with a temporary sense of urgency and energy. Drug is especially popular in the Valian Republic among animancers, scholars, and politicians working late into the night. Okay, so drug. Watcher. Watchers are rare individuals blessed or cursed with the ability. Oh, right! The ability to interact with the dead, seen in a realm. Okay, that's right. I think we saw something about that. Parath's wheel, reincarnation. Yeah, that's what they're. We rolled it backwards a little. It's fine. I guess my family hired watchers with my cool noble background, but I apparently don't think much about them. So with that line, and I feel like I shouldn't be dismissing them that quickly and easily. We've seen some strange shit. So how do we know this watcher can be trusted?
Well, she doesn't accept payment. All you have to lose is your time.
What a deal.
A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job.
Alright, sure. Point me in the right direction.
Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk.
Is it a shop if no
Just
one
head out of the gate
pays?
to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you.
Duty calls.
Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
Alright then. You are giving me a lot of directions.
Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you.
But can I just
Your assassination is
spontaneously
bound to have stirred things up.
ask you? Appreciate the help, Kai.
Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone.
This is such a weird conversation to have.
We should talk back again. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Solving my own murder.
Hey, I had a dream about you.
Huh?
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside. You weren't alone either. There were others. Some of them loved you, others were afraid of you, but they all followed you. Also, there was a tree that... It wasn't a tree? Oh, it made sense at the time. I can't remember anymore. It's a pity dreams aren't made to last.
Alright, so you dreamed I was a protagonist. There we go. Now I've heard the city is where all the stuttering is. And we are now in the real city, not the shitty side thing next to the city that I thought was the city before. And honestly, there's some stuttering, but like, is it that bad? I don't think so. Like, there's definitely some, but it's not like what we saw before.
So, You're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right?
That's me.
Interesting. Say, would you be up for helping out some down-on-their-luck Adirans who can't catch a break?
Maybe. I can try.
Galarde. Lawfled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Adirans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis.
Okay.
Back then, you struggled to find an Adiran in the city. Now they're everywhere.
A Valiant expression of approval. Excellent, or brave, or defiant. So it's kind of like a fuck yeah. Alright. The Emperor has made the living lands his priority.
That's all very well for His Highness, but it was trouble for my friends.
I see. His Imperial Majesty, but please continue. I will be pedantic. I am a fancy man.
Anyway, with all these Adirans coming in, Lawfled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And as they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back.
That makes sense.
They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adirans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
His name is Gladwine, so... I'm not sure why you think I can help with that.
Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight.
But do I need them to upgrade
it's a little
weapons?
Too dangerous for us ordinary folks. But for the Adiran envoy, for
Yeah, I'm the
hero who braved
protagonist,
the
I get
strangle
it.
route, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima.
Alright, so that's probably like thank you. Yep. Thirdborn is the main settlement in the Shatterscarp region of the Living Lands, occupied by Rautayan expatriates. Complanca, Valiant appeal for mercy. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
Why hasn't he?
I don't know. That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Noted.
Thank you, envoy. God bless you.
This side quest reminds me. I had a side quest over there. But I should probably go to the embassy first, huh? Quest tracked. I was gonna say, I think it was tracking the one I just picked up. Rather than the embassy, because it seemed a bit far away. This has got to be the embassy. Look, it's got the flags, it's got the soldiers wearing, like, very specific colors.
You died? But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Hi, Garrick.
You've got some god looking out for you.
Yeah, you can see on my face.
I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach. None of the clerks believe my story.
What?
Still can't believe you're alive. None of the clerks believe my story.
They're not gonna just send someone over and look and see, hey, our ship was fucking shot by the fort. Can you fucking check on it and see all the dead bodies? Like, what the fuck? Surely they would at least send someone to look. As long as the renowned cartographers guild served the emperors and queens of Adir. It is we who are responsible for the creation and distribution of the many maps throughout the Empire. Whether the direct travelers throughout the expanse of the Adir, guide ship captains on their voyages through Aora, or simply adorn the walls of an aristocrat's home, one can rest assured that the Cartographers Guild is behind the creation of every one of these works of art. For over 2 centuries, since the Noble Expedition Corps discovered the Eastern Reach, have we worked and labored to keep all of the Empire and our colonies supplied with accurate, high-quality maps. God's willing, we will continue to do so for centuries yet to come. Oh. Did they really need that whole large, heavy-looking book to write that, like, 2 paragraphs? Adir Customs. Adir is a country rich with custom, and they are known for their strict adherence to them. Their customs run the gamut. They do worship a law goddess, I'm pretty sure, so that does make sense. Their customs run the gamut from grand celebrations like the Feast of Feasts to mundane superstitions, such as ways to avoid svelf addiction. This volume will focus primarily on bigger celebrations, as no one knows how to throw an extravagant party quite like an Adiran. Hell yeah, we're the fanciest, I guess. The Feast of Feasts. The biggest and most important of all Adiran customs is the Feast of Feasts. This week-long celebration happens the first week of Fenestu, Deep Summer, and is dedicated to honoring the life of the first Fairconing. Each day of the week is devoted to some aspect of the Fairconing's life, and there are very specific dishes to be served at each meal. Feast of Feasts originally began as a festival celebrating the birth of the Fairconing's first son, and soon became a yearly occurrence during the week of his birthday. Currently, Adirans simply use it as an excuse for a party and pull out all the stops in an effort to outdo the previous years. Lest you wonder, as I did, which Fairconing is honored during the Feast of Feasts is always the current Fairconing. For each Fairconing is the first and only Fairconing. Sweet Treat, a special custom that arose at some point during the Feast of Feasts. Sweet Treat started as a way to keep children occupied so the parents could dine in peace. While it is still used for that today, significance has been added to it. Each treat is placed in a container, usually small metal boxes, and somewhere on the property. You would spend metal on this? After everything has been hidden, the children are sent out to find the treasures. It's said now that the hidden treats represent Glenfathan artifacts, and the children are the explorers, bringing the riches back to their new and rightful owners. Carnival of the Mask. When the original colonists for Adir traveled to the new land to found the Deerwood, or Direwood perhaps, in the name of the Adiran Fairconing, they encountered the Glenfathan people. Carnival of the Mask celebrates this meeting. Originally, it was merely a formal reenactment, as a play, of the tensions between the Glenfathans and Adiran settlers. But it has since evolved into much more than that. Participants choose sides and come dressed in elaborate outfits depicting which group they have decided to align themselves with. Adirans are Glenfathans. Everyone attends a masquerade ball, and this party replaces any semblance of the play that was presented. Okay. Winter's End was never anything more than an excuse for celebration, and it hasn't changed in all the years it has existed in Nadir. It takes place during winter dusk and lasts all 3 days. People use the time to reflect on the year, celebrate their lives, and remember the dead, especially those who have passed in the recent year. Okay. Just a sort of New Year's type thing. The Adir Empire Part 1 Origin. Man, there is so many fucking books in here, and I want to know it all. In approximately 2200 AI, a group of tribes called the People of the Deer unified into a new civilization called the Adir Kingdom. I see. They're literally the people of the deer, and their empire is Adir. I see. The tribes, small and widespread over the land, knew it would be better for their continued existence to unify. The leaders of each tribe became advisors to the king, chosen by the group. Each advisor would still be lord over his people, but each lord would answer to the Fairconing. Oh, Fairconing. Fairconing. First king. Okay. This decision was exactly what was needed, and the Adiran kingdom thrived, spreading across the lands and establishing strong trade routes. The Adherents became known as fair but shrewd businessmen. While the country thrived, and internally there was little strife, there were still the occasional skirmishes with the neighboring elven kingdom of Culklin. Not long after a kingdom was formed, the Adherent people began studying animancy. Still largely unknown at that time, animancy was an exciting, terrifying new realm in which Adherent scholars saw great potential. This potential came to bear fruit in 2260 AI when a group of animancers working together transferred the soul of a recently departed man into another body, creating the first of what would later come to be known as the undead. The reaction to this discovery was swift and decisive. Both the King of Adir and the Church of Vodica condemned this event, and the study or practice of animancy was outlawed. It would never again be practiced openly on Adiran soil. Okay, so that was fast. Conflicts with Culklin continued, escalating into a minor war in 2398 AI. Afterward, a treaty was signed, and the Kingdom of Adir merged with Culklin to form the Adir Empire. With the political and military strife now settled, the Adir Empire would become an economic powerhouse, able to acquire and generate resources that were difficult to obtain in other parts of the world. The Empire's trade routes became some of the most lucrative in the world. Okay. So, I guess human tribes, was it? I'm not sure. And then an elven nation next to Ambassador Hilgard. I maintained order in Paradise for many years. I know this city. When there is a good leader and fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the Steel Garrote to terrorize my people. Sow distrust and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Okay, so Ambassador went with the Claviger. Only survivor, Ambassador. Ambassador says, the bear killed that man. To the Claviger being dead. He has talked about the people everyone else seems to refer to as murder paladins, built upon hatred and terror. He seemed to refer to them as friends who help maintain the law. And Kai helpfully pointed out that his behavior was perhaps a little ominous as we got there. So I might not have caught on my own, but they're giving a shitload of clues to be like, hey man, maybe you shouldn't trust the ambassador. He seems like he might be a little suspicious. Part 2, Expanding Borders. In 2602 AI, Erduran explorers return from over the ocean telling tales of the ruins and treasures there, and expansive fields that were perfect for growing Vorlas. Explorers warned that the Fair Koning, that the locals were not friendly to outsiders, but the Fair Koning, seeing this as an opportunity to extend his empire and secure trade on another continent, sent more explorers. Over the next 20 years, the area that would become the Deerwood was investigated, mapped, and colonized. 2623, the first permanent Adirian colonial settlements were established. Voiless fields were set up north of the forest in the Deerwood. It's Voiless like a growing Voiless fields. So it must be a crop. Must be some kind of stable crop. But between the conflicts with the Glenfathans and the War of the Broken Stone, it floundered. It wasn't until 2643 that the opportunity presented itself again. Some Euthasian pilgrims wanting to escape persecution established colonies and Voiless farming. Yeah, it's got to be a crop. Operations in the territory of Raedceris. With Grand Avalia on the verge of collapse, the Fair Koning wanted to ensure his hold on the purple dye trade would be established. Oh, is Vorlis a dye, perhaps? A plant that is used to make a purple dye. He encouraged a settlement and even paid to have the pilgrims set up in the New World because the Verkening was still trying to secure his name in the purple dye trade. What an oddly specific trade. But we do have purple all over the Idiran, like, uniforms, so I guess that makes sense. He was unable to properly respond to Admeth Hedret when he issued his ultimatum to avoid a rebellion and leave himself time to oversee the Voidless farms in Rad Saris. The Faircunning relented and made Admeth a Grafe Palatine. In return for this concession, Admeth spent time and resources on the Deerwood's trade and shipping routes, benefiting the Faircunning with increased income. For 7 years, the Deerwood provided Adir with a steady income, leaving the Faircunning time to ensure his trade systems in Rad Saris were strong. Trade system in Rad Saris was strong. With the Faircunning's attention elsewhere, Admeth instituted the 10 Years Treaties, ending slavery in the Deerwood and permanently removing one of the revenue sources provided by the Deerwood and explorers, the artifacts from the ruins scattered throughout the Deerwood. At this point, the Faircunning's word meant almost nothing to the citizens of the Deerwood. Admeth Hedret had replaced him as their true leader. In order to undermine Admeth's standing, the Faircunning found allies... Why is this never capitalized, I wonder? It's interesting. Found allies willing to explore the ruins against the treaty conditions and plunder them. Soon, Aedir again had a supply of artifacts to sell. When his agents were eventually caught, the Faircunning distanced himself from the operation, certain there was no way to link him to the proceedings. But the Grafe, using means provided to him by his Glenfathan allies, discovered the evidence needed to prove the Faircunning was behind the plunderers. The conflict that arose from this revelation led to Admeth declaring independence for the Deerwood in 2668 AI. After a bloody 4-year-long war that resulted in the death of Admeth, the Faircunning relented. Trying to keep control of the Deerwood had become too costly. He signed treaties with the new Duke of the Deerwood and returned his attention to Rad Saris, redoubling efforts on the Voidless trade, which is still running today. I wish I remembered what year it said at the start of the game in the opening cutscene, because I'm very curious. This sounds recent. I don't think that, like, that whole thing sounds kind of decent. Steel Garrote Report. Found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwritings matched the signature found on scrolls of Tane's chaotic orb. Be advised that Tane is in the Living Lands. As a member of the Circle of Archmagi, he has license to go where he pleases. We will observe him at a distance, but no one is to engage him. Tane is either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive. We simply can't take that chance. He's a fucking Archmage? Like, I'm gonna go with the second option. He's probably really fucking dangerous. Tane's Diary. Your diary. Here I am in the Living Lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but certainly the most colorful. It sure is. Also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms, and mushrooms seldom lie. Oh no, he's touching mushrooms! And as we all know, mushrooms are bad. Except for the ones on my face. Before I forget, I promised Bikarna I'd bring back a souvenir. A rumor of a fallen star and emerald stare. Could be a nice addition to her collection. This is scribbled on the inside cover. If found, please return to Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Well, why can't I take this book and return it to Tane? Picking up every other book around here. They're like disappearing. Well, not all of them, but several of them have disappeared. Yeah, they sure love the purple dye trade. Look at these outfits. Purple, 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 purple. I guess that comes from Vorlas. That was it, right? Okay. There's our ambassador friend man. Go ahead and save.
Envoy, is it really you?
It is!
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
have considered chartering a boat back to Adir. Fine, so who killed me?
Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely
Other than the
demise
firebrand
shortly.
guy, because that happened last
Our
time
first
a
order
lot.
of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps?
As His Majesty wills it, let it be done.
Executed faithfully, Envoy. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's
Adir.
authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
His Majesty is concerned the Crown's efforts in the Living Lands could be jeopardized by the Dream Scourge.
With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
I also found an arrow in my guts.
Trust me, we'll get to that. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night.
Does it often fire
You've seen
poisoned arrows at
firsthand
people?
What it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
Another interesting thought is perhaps some agent of that voice shot me to force me into a situation where I had to bargain with it. I don't like that I had to bargain with it. It wanted to set me up on a deal, a very, very dubious deal, as soon as we met. It's like, do you want the best? Then just do something unspecified at a later date. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? And it's like, shut up! Then we better get to work.
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction.
Interesting.
She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
Who are these rebels?
They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
Did they? Do you know exactly who did that? I mean, if the Steel Garroot's whole thing is hunting down Oathbreakers, and these people are Oathbreakers, I can understand why they would care more about that than the Dream Scourge. That's literally what they exist for. They seem to have it out for us specifically. Do you know why?
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think.
Oh, good.
The Steel Garroot got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
It sounds like
A lot of
everything they get involved in does
disputes
turn
arise
quite
because
ugly.
people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
Yeah, well, maybe they should
I
go
won't lie
get over
to
it a
you,
little bit.
Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These
I like that.
and rebels must face justice.
Can you find the one who fired the arrow? Because that's the only one who should, realistically. Where is this Inquisitor Ludwig?
Ludwig goes where she likes.
Sure.
Haunting the Living Lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner.
Unhelpful.
Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find.
Oh, we'll get to see what
He's staying
dwarves
at the
look like
Grinning
here.
Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
I'll consider him. Thanks for the recommendation.
I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many Adirans in their midst.
New weeds, a new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
What the fuck are you going
As
on
you've
about,
seen
boys?
firsthand, you could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered.
Does anyone fully
After all,
recover from
you
dead?
survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Liviana suggests I visit a watcher.
An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Do I? I don't know who the fuck they are. Kai, I need you by my side. Can I count on you?
Tracking down mysterious assassins with a godlike who returned from death, all while the rumored dream scourge spreads. Can't say I'm prepared, but I'm ready.
We'll talk more of the dream scourge when you return. Until then, envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
How about we start with the watcher? Then we'll go to your friend. And also at some point I need to go do that side quest to, you know, clear out someone's... Alright, okay, that's interesting. They could have just done 2 markers, but they labeled them, and that's smart. You know, it's a simple feature, but it's not exactly something I see standard in games, and it's convenient. Normally, with multiple options like this, and they're both marked, I'd be opening my map, hovering over each one.
But what's the point? It's useless without that Adra.
I'd be like opening my map, reading one, and going like, oh, is that? No, okay, that's not the one I want. This one, okay, yeah, that's the one I want. But now, boom, don't need to open map. That's one, that's the other. Easy. I know which one's which. It's a little thing, but I appreciate it.
Oh, you're a special one, you are.
You're very fuzzy.
I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us.
But I guess you're not as fuzzy as Garrick. What do you know about godlikes?
I know we had 1 or 2 disappear lately. Gods took them back, I heard. Just another sign, I guess. You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness.
Why swamp?
Even the plants and the animals feel it.
Trust me, I've been neck deep in madness since I arrived.
I would say, welcome to the living lands, but things have gotten even stranger lately.
Okay.
Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was
Sapiento
meant
di
to solve
Falva.
the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas.
Apparently I'm very smart and have deduced that it is a recovery potion. He's some kind of alchemist man. Or maybe I should tell him about the strange bear. Something about the strange bear. We fought a strange bear in the Stranglewood. Maybe this is connected.
Ah, quite likely. Tell me, was it drooling?
I don't remember.
I'd love to...
I was too busy staring at the
never
boss
mind.
health bar and
Neither here
dodging
nor there.
spit. It's
no
spit.
one knows
Does that
how
count?
best to describe it, but we can all see it. Something is distorting the life around here, and I hoped to stop it.
You feel you have the answer?
Possibly, yes. But now I can't begin my tests without my main reagent.
Honestly,
I have everything I need, but the most important part, the luminous Adra, to cleanse the souls of the wildlife.
this guy's quest
The
seems really
gentlemen who are
important.
supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath.
Maybe there's something we can do to help.
At this point, I'll take any help I can get. My friends must
I
have
like how your
lied,
name sounds.
Or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it.
Roger was likely stolen from the Valian Trading Company. If that's true, your friends are as good as dead.
No. I certainly didn't want anyone to steal anything. I definitely never meant to get anyone in trouble. If anything I did led to those people getting hurt, I'd have a hard time getting past it.
As desperate as it sounds, things might get a little
I
dangerous.
don't wish them ill, but I really need that Adra. Any luminous Adra will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
Okay. Emergent. Hello.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence.
I need a staff.
Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point.
A staff. Staff, 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 staff. Greater elements. I don't have enough monies, but... Staff. Parasitic staff! There it is! I want it. Also, can I sell you things? God, only 90 for the... Oh, this is fancy too. This is a unique. I didn't even realize that. Why was that unique so cheap? That's a unique too. Yeah, I like that we picked up the spoiled things because we learned last time that spoiled food can be used in cooking, and that's gross. Alright,
I knew you'd be back.
what's the point you were trying to prove?
My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead?
Dagger's all well and good until your enemy summons a fireball.
See? You understand. It's not cheating. It's being prepared.
Don't need anything right now. But Oh. Don't mind me. That's what we like.
Silmes mitum.
Ha ha ha! Staff made out of magic! It's just like conjuring weapons in the Elder Scrolls, except that it gives me magic back. Which is good, because this game doesn't give it to me back over time. It's like we're in Morrowind again. Alright, so... anyways, we're gonna find the Watcher. Oh wait, is this your sister? Goodness.
You there. You look like you know your way around... hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself.
You have any specialty piece?
You mean enchanted? No. A shield does its job just fine. It doesn't need to be tinkered with. Talk to my sister if you're interested in that kind of thing. She's over there. At least I don't think she's blown herself up yet.
Ooh, already blue quality things.
The
Oh my God!
As a way to earn some extra coin.
A pleasure, envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradise. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work. The dangerous kind. Some more than others. Speak to me when you've got something to turn in.
I wonder if one of these is to kill that firebrand dude.
Hey, someone had to take the job.
Oh, I forgot to say it.
Ensuring that these threats to the good people of Paradise are eliminated is my way of helping. I guess I consider it my first steps down a long road to atonement.
Atonement? You're being a person who hires someone to kill people for atonement. What?
Apologies, friend. But that's none of your concern. I left there for a reason. And now I'm here. And that's all you need to know.
That's fair.
Be safe out there. You hear?
Nasib. Octav the Firebrand! You! A reward will be given for killing Octav the Firebrand. He is a wanted arsonist and runs a bandit gang responsible for numerous killings and robbings. He is known to be at the Godless Ruins in the overgrown frontier northwest of Paradise.
Oh, Octav. Now that's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive.
Shut up. Ralga, Tempestuous Londi, the yellow bands. I mean, we probably just need to grab all these, why not? Nasib is a spider! A reward will be given for killing Ivory Spinner Nasib. She is caused of the spider infestation beneath Paradise. Killing her will cull their numbers. She is known to be in her nest in the caves beneath the city.
You're a brave soul, Andre. Spiders are bad enough as is. Let alone big, mean bastards like Nasib.
Ralga. A reward will be given for killing the ogre Ralga. He took over leadership of a Zarp tribe and is wanted for their recent killings of the town's citizens. He is known to be in at Mercenary Falls, located north of Paradise in the Reach.
Going to take on the ogre then? Reckon he's the most dangerous bounty we've got. Be careful.
Interesting. Tempestuous Londi. Gotta be a lightning wizard. Before I read anything, gotta be a lightning wizard, right? Where do we go for killing Tempestuous Londi? She is a known smuggler ringleader, wanted for numerous crimes against citizens of Paradise. She is known to be at the ship graveyard in Andra's Reach, east of the shanty town. Alright, it doesn't say anything about how they fight there.
Caught your eye, huh? Watch yourself. Her aim is as sharp as her wit.
Sounds like she might be an archer or a shooter then. The yellow bands. Where do we begin for killing the yellow bands? They are responsible for a number of raids on the northern farms and for ambushing travelers to and from Emerald Stair. They are known to make camp amidst Pargrunin ruins east of Paradise.
There ain't many ways into that camp from what I've heard. You might want to consider trying to find one. A frontal assault would be mighty reckless.
Okay. Anyways, we've grabbed every single bounty that exists. All those other papers mean nothing because I don't see an interact button on them.
You there? Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? Charnel House?
First week in the Living Lands.
An axe, huh? That's a good looking axe. You know what? I just want to appreciate the art a little more. Look at that. That is a good looking axe. For a very basic axe. I mean, look, the handle is clearly like shit. Like sturdy looking, but like kind of like, you know, budget, let's say, looking. But like that axe head is very fancy and very cool. And this is bitch made axe level 0. So I don't know, man. That just seems like a really not like everyone makes such beautiful things here. I really like the art style. Oh, hey, we got a beacon.
Come on, boy.
All right, where are we? Oh, the Watcher's up there. Shit, man, maybe we should have gone to see Marius first.
Surprised they'll let us walk out of here.
Alright, we do not want to run into the yellow bands right away. Oh, it's one of our camp locations, alright. I think we have firmly discovered it there. Now let's go up this path. Greetings, soldiers.
I've always hated spiders. Ow!
Hush now. Take her straight.
Alright, we steal someone's booze and magic potion. Gehrman's Journal. Base camp day 1. Lost the better part of an hour sneaking by a bandit camp. Didn't hear anyone follow me, so I think I'm alright. In the meantime, set up under an Audra pillar and noted it. Should be an easy landmark to find when I wander off. Begin in earnest tomorrow. Those Audra pillars sure do seem like good landmarks. The winds are harsh in this corridor and I'm tired. Sansa won't die if he has to wait an extra day. Drafted form lines for the hills, southeastern coast. Hoped to make it to the ruins, but the rocks make it slow going. Sometimes the sheer scale of the cliffs makes my head spin. Almost lost my footing twice. I have to be careful when I look down. There's something odd about the air in general here. It feels thin. Is the altitude higher than I calculated? No, that doesn't make sense. Woke up with a headache this morning. A humid front has moved in and swathed Paradise in fog. Can't tell east from west. I keep relying on my own map to orient myself. It's no use trying to make progress. May as well go back to sleep. Why am I here? My earlier entries say I've come to chart this place, but I already have a map. Did Sansa draw it? Or did I? The lines end outside the ruins. That's right. That's why he sent me. I can go in. I can finish it. I just need to find my ink. Well, they're dead. Did they go up there? No. They went over there, didn't they? Or is that the city? No, that's the city. That's not ruins. Where are the ruins, I wonder? What they're referring to? Is it the... Okay, there's the Yellow Band's camp is in there. Oh, is this the sneaky sneak way in?
Unseen, unheard.
Yeah, that's the sneaky sneak way in. Okay. That's gotta be. That was a lot easier to find than I expected. Can I just hit these things? No, okay. I was really curious, because they don't have health bars. And this is a very health bar heavy game on the enemies. Alright, can I just have like a basic encounter of some kind? There's like a handful of Zareps or some shit, you know? There you go. Perfect.
Silmas Meathole.
Oh, I'm not reflecting projectiles because I didn't cast it from my book. Oh, I see. I've got to cast it before I cast the staff. I see. It does give a lot of,
Silmas Meathole.
That's it for me. Back on my feet.
oh, dude, sick. Dude, I love those spells. Just give me my, Hey, stop that. Stop it, I say. Give me your health bar. Hell yeah, that's sick, dude. Ow.
Left leg.
Silmas Meathole.
I'm gonna beat your ass with something made out of magic. I cast a club.
Next one's mine.
God, this lasts a long fucking time. Can I, like, cancel it? Oh, hello. Oh! Okay, I thought that would be fucking reflected at him. I was wrong. Does not reflect fireballs. Lesson learned. Ow! Excuse me a second. Ow! Okay. Hang on. Let me just break line of sight with you real quick. Because I don't like being on fire. And let me just open my inventory. Eat some stuff. That's right, the sausages.
Silmes mito.
Jesus!
Back in the fight.
That wasn't the basic encounter I was hoping for. I just wanted to beat people with the stick. The magic stick. And I did, and it was cool, and it was fun. But then that wizard hits for all the damage in the world. Holy fuck, man. Is he a boss? Or is that just like a tough mob? Oh. We're back here, okay. I read all this. Is there like a quick save button? Because I feel like this game would benefit from a quick save button. Quick save F5. There we go. Good, good, good. Why can't I cast that fourth spell, I wonder? Alright, we did set it to hard. We're at a low level. You know, can't be too surprised by the hard mode being hard. Oh, there we go, saving in the bottom right, that's how I know.
Silmes mito.
What's the left?
Bounce. There you are. Ow!
On your right.
Why is my regen so slow? There we go. I guess to make health potions have a purpose.
Back on my.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, so he doesn't have like a huge amount of health. He's just a glass cannon. Bounce. Fuck you. I have a lot of rage right now. And a magical stick. Oh, okay. My stick is like, no thank you. I refuse to deal the killing blow.
Good fighting.
No, he's just like a regular ass mob. He just hits hard. I mean, he's not like a regular ass mob, but like, you know. He's like uncommon mob, maybe, you know? Like, there's not like 12 of them in an encounter, but he ain't no boss. Lemon. Potato. No.
Quiet as the depths.
Don't notice the dead Zarps. Man, I'm making so much noise wading through this water. Why is he not turning around? They should be instant alert. I delete. Oh, is it like Home's in? Bitch.
Show me what you got.
Oh, rude. You can dash really far, can't you? Burn! I gotta break your guard with a stab, but it doesn't matter because you were burning to death. Give me your health! Man, when my health bar lasts for more than 2 hits, this is gonna be really fucking devastating combos. Give me your spoiled cabbage. I'm gonna cook with it. No one can stop me. Never ask the protagonist of Avowed to cook you a meal. What's this? Electric Lily. That's fucking sick! Look at that thing! Oh man, I only grabbed the little bits coming out of it, the little blue things. I wanted to grab the cool looking thing. I just put it on a shelf somewhere. Egg! Burn their house down. Oh no, I forgot. That doesn't burn houses down. I'm too used to the grimoire being the grimoire of elements. Alright, how do I get up here? Okay, we're definitely gonna tap that save button a lot now that we know that's a thing. We know of F5. I just didn't know if I could trust it in this game. That doesn't seem like the way here. It's gotta be some way around to the left. Probably where I was going with the Zarps. In fact, I probably had to fight them. Or up here. We know we got ups. We can definitely ups that. Bridge. Okay, yeah, there's some way around here. It's the bridge that was underneath. I could have come up here and gone around here also. Okay, so yeah. There's that fucking sick plant. Shrine to Wodica.
Another godless ruin. Your countrymen turned that one into a shrine to Wodica.
Neat. Maybe that's where that thing I found in the bird nest is from. What are you? Eye of Rimmergant. Water can be frozen to create traversable ice platforms by casting an ice spell, using an enchanted weapon, or throwing an Eye of Remergond on the water's surface. I see. So you want me to equip a grenade. Remergond, probably, because rhyme. How will that get me up there, though? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Oh my god. Our ups are that mighty. What's this? What is this grenade that equipped in its place? Forgotten Soul Pod. Yeah, let's just do the regular grenade. Freezing water is a cool mechanic, though. When I get some kind of fucking wizard ice ray, I'm sure that'll be very helpful. But right now, so they jumped down. This is where the wizard lived. He jumped down here and attacked me. Bizarre wizard. Copper skate, amethyst that's cut remarkably well. Iron chunk, pelt, common grimoire of elements. I can't wait till we find more wizard spells. There was that greater elements one too that had like a fireball. That'll be cool. I don't know how much I want to invest in this Fan of Flame spell. I might need to respec or something. I needed player level 5 to get any other thing. Like, honestly, I don't know how much I like any of these regular element spells compared to potentially greater element spells. We'll have to see. A bear.
You take lead.
Poke!
Next one's mine.
Oh! No. Although, setting up a lot of burning dot is very helpful. Poof. Is that a unique item? Yep. Wafer's ring. Ring. Unique. All accessories are unique, providing powerful enchantments like passive effects, stat increases, attribute buffs, distinct behaviors, even new abilities. You can equip up to 1 trinket or amulet and up to 2 rings. So what does ring do? Plus 20% health and essence regeneration from potions and food. Hell yeah, dude, that kicks ass. Why not? That is a great thing. We love to see it. Speaking of which, give me the boost. I need to be able to wizard some more. Man, that staff... I was gonna say, that staff must be an expensive spell. How expensive is that spell? Can I see? I feel like that's not an easy thing to check. Cost 25 essence, compared to 25 essence, 25 essence, 25... Okay, so they're all 25 essence, it just wasn't updating. Standard spell cost. It's not a very expensive spell, it just wasn't updating like the other ones were, I guess. That I had enough for it.
If she discovers any embarrassing secrets, I'll keep them to myself. Promise.
Thank you, Kai. I love your willingness to meet someone and then become their greatest friend in 5 seconds.
What it was?
How am I ever supposed to return to the farm?
Oh, you learned something weird about the last life, huh?
Be careful, godlike. Runid has such power. God, such terrifying power.
Man, when someone's going like, no, never, how can I live like this about, you know, what they've discovered, I'm sure that's a good sign that they are successfully watchering.
Well, she told me such terrible things. I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So many dead. By my hands.
Dude, high score, nice.
Look, I just want to go back home. To the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now? Knowing what I know. I keep telling myself that that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. They are.
Good, keep telling yourself that. You aren't defined by a past life.
You mean that? All of those people I hurt. But maybe you're right. Thank you, godlike. You've given me much to think on. Oh, make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading.
Why that?
Why, it's tradition. Runid doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this is what people do. What you do is your decision, but you have been warned.
All right. Oh.
Step closer, godlike.
Hold up. Lights are doing weird things. 1 second. Alright, there's a possibility that there is a storm here that could cause issues, so I should probably wrap this up. Many of my people told me what happened to your village, or at least what they understand of it. First, let me know for my sympathies. The village is unforgiving, mysterious, and perhaps worst of all, unapologetic. Second, I invite you to reside in Paradise for as long as you'll have us. Your needs will be taken care of. All we ask in return is to make use of your talents as a watcher. Whenever you're ready for a new beginning, gates of Paradise will be open to you. Yours, Claviger Amond. Except now he is dead. Alright, it might be best if I end the recording here. It's a bit short, hour and a half. We wanted to do longer, but there is a storm, and I don't want to risk my recording getting corrupted. So I will see you next time. We'll talk to Runid, we'll run around, we'll explore, and we'll have a fun, exciting episode. Goodbye.